Good evening, welcome back to the Motorcycle Fixer channel. I've got a new project in the cabin tonight and it's a customer's bike. They state that they washed it and now they can't start it. So we're going to have a look and find out why it won't start. So let's see what it is. The first thing to check when somebody has washed their bike and then can't start it is to take the exhaust off. Because what people don't realise is that if you fill your exhaust with water when you're washing it, especially when you're washing the mud from under the mud guard, you can fill the exhaust with water. And then there's nowhere for the exhaust gases to go. Stops your bike from running. So let's do the easiest thing first. First thing is take the exhaust off. Make sure that that's not full. The chances of me being that lucky with this one, mind, are slim to none. Many years ago I had a Fantic 243 trials bike. That's I think it was my first bike. And I fully rebuilt it. I put new piston in and new rings, everything. It was perfect. So I started it up and it was running beautiful. So the first time I took it out, it got filthy dirty. When I came back, I washed it without putting a bung in the exhaust. And then it wouldn't start. And for the life of me, I couldn't work out why it wouldn't start. And then eventually it started and kicked all oily water out the back end. And then after that I took the exhaust off, emptied it out, put it back on, and it never missed a beat after. But the first thing I bought was a bung. And that's how I learnt this particular problem. So we've taken the two nuts off the front exhaust stud. Now we've got to take that Allen key out. So we need Allen keys on this. We need to take this side panel off. One and two bolts. There we are. Take this side panel out of the way, and then we can just we leave it connected. We're just gonna take this bolt out of the exhaust strap. Oh sha! Oh, it's a bit stiff, this one. Don't lose the spacer that goes in between. I'm going to pull the exhaust off and then see if there's any water in it. So no. So that's okay, we've checked it. On to the next thing. So I'm just going to put that back on. You don't need to see that. The next thing we're going to check is whether or not there's a spark. Now this spark plug is already loose. Now I don't know if that's because somebody else has been looking at it before me, or whether that's the cause of the problem. But the end of the spark plug is a bit wet, but it seems to be the right colour, so that's a good sign. It is an NGK spark plug as well, which is good. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hold that against the engine like that, and we're going to push the kickstart down and check to see if we have a spark, which we don't. So it could be the spark plug, or it could be the cap or the lead or the coil or the stator plate. So we need a good plug to try it. This is a new plug that I have in the drawer. It's not the right one for the bike, but it will tell us if we have a spark. So which we don't. It's likely that this plug is okay then, and then so something else has broken down why we're not getting a spark. So I need to take the plastics off and the tank off now to get to the rest of the electrical workings. So let's go and take this side plastic off here. One bolt there and one on the inside here. Just the side plastic removed. I'm going to put this back in place so I know where it came from, and I'm going to put this one back in the tank because I know where it came from, and I might as well put these two back where they came from as well, this one and that one. So I'm going to remove the petrol tank and the seat and the plastics from the other side so that I can get at all the electrical components, and then you can come back to me. Okay, so what's next? We need to take the seat off, which is on this one, a 12mm. There we are, and that's our seat removed. And then we've got we have two 8mm bolts for the tank. This one in the middle. Then remove our petrol pipe from the tank. Like so. And we can move that out of the way. So the pit bike wiring is fairly simple. There's not a great deal to it, but what could cause us an issue is this wire there not being connected. So I've taken the tank off now, and this wire here that is supposed to be connected to the coil there was off, and as you can see, I'm not surprised it was off because it's just very loose. So what we're going to do with that one, if you saw the previous video for the Keyway 125, we're going to squeeze that down so it's a nice tight fit, and then we'll see if we've got a spark. So I'm going to just get my electrical crimp tool, and I'm not going to press heavy on it, just enough to squeeze the spade closed so that when I put it on, you can see it makes a nice positive connection. I just pushed it on and off a few times then just to clean the actual spade on the coil. So there we are. So now that that's connected, what we're going to do now is see if there's a spark. Looking at the wiring, we have the green wire for the coil, which is the earth, and that's going into this plastic sheathing coming out the other side, and then we have the yellow and black one that we just reconnected going into this black sheathing. Let me take this one apart, just move that out of the way like so. Right, then we have this black and yellow wire coming up into the plastic sheathing and not coming out the other end, and that is supposed to be connected to this black and yellow wire here. So if we push through from the bottom, this black and yellow wire, and there he is at the top. Hello, been hiding. And then we're going to reconnect these two, and I think they're certainly not going to hurt it being connected anyway, but I'm fairly sure that that should be what's wrong. Just reconnect this now, which is our kill switch. There we are. And we're going to put these back in, tidy in here somehow like that. Just clean them up, and then we'll go back around the other side and check if we have a spark now. We're going to try again now. First we'll try with again the spark plug that came out to the bike, because it's the right one, and we're going to hold it against that engine bolt there, and we're going to kick it over. What are our chances this time? I'm like 95% sure now this time. Here we are. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's hard to do without moving the bike. Can you see the spark there? So there we are. We're going to reinstate our spark plug. Just tighten it up. Make sure you don't over tighten the spark plug, because you will strip the threads on these Pitbike heads. Let's put the spark plug cap back on, and hopefully they haven't messed about with the carburetor too much, and it should start. Before I try to start it, can I please just ask you to hit the like button if you like the video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends, please. I need more subscribers. It really does help me out. If any of the videos that I've made has actually saved you money or saved you a lot of time, a lot of headache and heartache, then consider hitting the thanks button down below. You can give me £1 or £2 and it really helps me out. So did we fix it? There should be enough petrol in the carb. I've put it onto half choke, so it's halfway. I've got a spark, so I know that there's nothing stopping us. So, you ready? Full choke, is it? Full choke. Just to see if it starts. Oh, there we are. Half choke. Okay, full choke. It likes full choke. It is cold, mate. Tiny bit of throttle. She wants to go. Oh, we have petrol leaking. Let's tuck that up out of the way. Like that. Okay. No choke. And there we are. Live! She's alive. There's a lot of play in this throttle though. So I'm going to adjust that if I can, which there's no adjustment on, so I don't know whether it's the wrong throttle cable or not. There's too much play in there though. But that was obviously what it was like originally, so I can advise them on that. Oh, there is adjustment. I'm sorry, there is adjustment here. Oh, more adjustment. So we're going to take it, even with it there, with more than full adjustment is the right amount. So adjust that. There's still too much, but it's a bit better than what it was. I would advise them to get another one. So let's go again. Just going to turn the tick over up a little bit. And there we are, job done. Thank you very much.